Hello everybody, Motherboard here with episode 10 of BeamNG Drive Career Mode with the RLS Career Overhaul mod, as well as several others that are all listed down in the description. I think I'm going to take this off. A little bit of frame rate boost there. Not as good on the looky, but does provide some boost. I wanted to buy one of these, and I got ready to start the episode, and because I had to update some stuff with Windows, OBS said, "What microphone? We'll just use default." And then ignored that I had it set already, so I had to re-click the same exact thing. Anyway, enough of that rambling. Last episode, I wanted to kind of preface quick a little bit of a flashback for you guys. We built the the Miramar, and I was doing like mid-8s down the drag, and it's a race car, so imagining what it could be, I figured if it was a drag car, what I could do with that. Yeah, it'd be a little nuts. I did some playing on free roam. Car can handle about 2,000 horsepower to the motor before it starts to get over torqued. So if you ever did want to do that, yeah. But let's go ahead and take a look. So this is only going to come in at 11,317, looks like. And let's go ahead and start a test drive here. So I've wanted to buy one of these as well. Not going to be fast right away, but looks like we get some interesting sound of the motor, though. It doesn't sound very happy to me. Does sound like a flat 4, though, for sure here. Alright, let's end test drive. We're definitely going to buy it no matter what. I just wanted to kind of get an idea of driving it around. We'll take it back. There we go. Yeah, what I was noticing though, we're gonna go into free cam and it's all the way up to insanity levels again. Yeah, I think this is a little bit of an issue with the mod, maybe it's off or something, but there is visors here in the backside. I mean, maybe, but like usability wise, you wouldn't really be able to use them. You know, it just decreased visibility. But yeah, here we got this beautiful display here, which is pretty neat, retro style deal. I like. Gotta wonder if there would be another one that would allow us to see turbo as well. We got the pop-up headlights up. That is awesome too. The mirror has a little bit of a funkiness to it. I believe what they are trying to do there or something, but it doesn't really show up well on low quality settings. So you got that little square in the center. Speeding already, huh? Thought it was 40, it's 30. I was not paying attention to that, so we're just gonna go ahead and nearly take out the car there, but it handles that pretty well, the little evasive maneuvers like that. Pretty stable. Already going into 80s here and getting pretty quick for considering the age of the car. He's gonna have no issues keeping up with us here. Until that happens. Ooh. No ABS, of course. Still got our brake thermals up from last episode. I think I'll just leave them there for right now. Car does pretty good, though. Just hoping to squeeze through. They got me, though. And we're like wedged in here. Ooh, our insurance policy went all the way up to 107. Ouch. I was trying to keep that low. And we just damaged the car. Okay, now he's finally off. Yeah, our bumpers are stuck. Okay, we're gonna just have to tow on back to a garage. I was hoping to actually be able to get away. That got me pretty good right there. I was thinking maybe I'll go around them. I should have stayed behind. Should have not tried pushing that. Let's go to Seal Brick Street Garage this time. So yeah, we got a little bit of damage to the car. It's definitely gonna need a repair. Looks like it's not gonna put up our rate at all. We're low on vouchers. That's where I've got to go and do some of those other missions. Maybe I'll make a raw gameplay style deal or something. I'm not sure. We'll see what I try to do about those, because I want to change it a little bit. Gone through. There's not really anything new to say. Nothing really has changed. But now that we've done that, let's see here. Yeah, so that doesn't look like there's going to be much for lightweight stuff. We do want ABS. I just personally like it. Do brake line lock front or rear. Okay. Yeah, we got the 1.8 flat 4, and we can do a 2.6 flat 6. Let's put in that flat 6. Why not? I think that's going to do some good power here. Stage 2 performance block. Do a racing ECU on that. That's going to be perfect. I'm going to go with turbo headers here. And then we can do an aftermarket turbo. We won't go too crazy. We could do a variable boost, but strangely though, that's cheaper. If it's gonna be cheaper, I guess we're gonna go for it. Definitely want that race oil pan, so it has the baffling to prevent things from getting all too crazy. Right now, we got the 4-speed automatic in there. And a whole digi-dash we can put in there too. I'm not sure if I really want to go for that. We can do an all-wheel drive, okay. Do a limited slip racing differential deal there. Race adjustable as well. Do a race one. I think it's a little expensive. We're dumping a lot of money into these cars, but man, do I want them to be nice here. Huh, engine mounts, nothing. Interesting. Yeah, locking torque converter can't be changed, which is fine. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure we do have fog lights in though. Put in a black front lip. Yeah, that kind of looks nice. There isn't anything for front bumper support, just a slot for it. Interesting. Could do some fender work as well, but I think we'll start with just kind of going this way, doing the 5-lug hubs on here too. Get better brakes. We'll do the carbon ceramic, or not the carbon ceramic, the semi-race instead of the carbon ceramics. I was thinking about it, but I don't think we'll need to worry about that as much here. 15-inch wheel would be good. We don't want to go too wide, like a 10-inch maybe here, but there isn't a lot of options. I mean, the 533s are okay. I think they're a little too new looking for that. Pretty much keeps that similar look there. Let's see, chrome front wheels. Yeah, those don't go with it, no. Some of the... Yeah, I know exactly what these tires are looking like to me. Not really too big of a fan of that. I don't want to go any wider than like 10-inch, so let's see what we get down here for 15 by 9. Take a little bit of scrolling. Alder really isn't going to quite be the deal, I don't think. Yeah, because it doesn't quite fit there either. Okay. Like a fancy steel wheel, basically. Yeah. Oh, those are more NASCAR wheels. The STX is not going to really work because, yeah, it's going to be off-road tires in there too. And then we go to 16. Oh my goodness. It's hard to find a good set of wheels for here, I'll be honest. I'm thinking about maybe keeping something like this. Because it's pretty much exactly what we're running. Pretty much. I mean, a little bit of difference, but pretty similar, right? That'll give us tire options. Big benefit there. Let's see. Do I want to use... I almost wonder about the Sport Plus Cup 2R. Let's go with the Sport Plus 4S. Kind of give us a little bit of a more all-around grip here. We're gonna take this down to a 235 though, and probably go 55 on the height, although we will be dropping the suspension, so it'll help it to fill the rest of that. But yeah, and we are a bit wide as well. That is pretty wide, so we'll probably do some wide body fendering stuffs here too. Kind of have to. We'll do sport on the suspension side of things. There we go. Do some quick ratio racing steering, why not? Yeah, the standard gauge cluster, which I don't think looks too bad. Let's do a carbon fiber vented hood here. Yeah, we'll kind of kit this thing out pretty darn good, I would say here. Okay, front left fender. Get the Technica stuff, but I don't think I want to go that far. But the Turbo Rabbit stuff, yeah, no texture. As much as that would be nearly fitting for kind of putting it on there, I'll have to do the Technica, I think, here. Which I don't really know that it changes the width too much. A little bit. Yeah, we get a little bit of a flare there. Not really quite enough, though. We might need to take these from 235s down to 225, maybe? No. Yeah, we'll leave it at 235, but I don't know exactly what we're going to do about that. We're gonna add an oil cooler? No, we can't. Darn. Radiator, though, we'll definitely go for high performance one here. Leave the seats and stuff. Kind of make it a, like, fast but fun car for the family. Let's do a race adjustable as well so that we can match them up in tuning. Rear struts, do sport. And rear sway bar, we'll do sport. And then this is where we got to go and do this again. But now I know what I'm looking for over here. 15x7 standard steel wheels. Also need to change this to the semi-racing brakes. Thought we had 15x9 for the standard steel wheels in the front. Yeah, right there. 15x9 5 slot. Okay. I was looking at the wrong thing, that's why. I was gonna say, 245s would not fit on a 7-inch rim very well without being stretched, and just would not work out very well at all. So what do we want to do? Silver. Yes. Perfect. And then for the tires, we had... The stuff is all over the place in here. It's really hard to kind of sort through that way. 235/50s, it looks like. Yeah, 235/50. So let's see. We had which ones again? I think we went with the 550A. I can't remember. So many different parts in here. Select a Sport Plus 4S. That's where we were. Okay. And then we can get on in here and fix this up a little bit. 235. 50. Should be about the same height. And I mean, we're wide. But I might do some tuning to pull them in. Because I believe we've got room for that yet here. Taking a look up in the area. Yeah, I mean... Technically, we'd have to go a little bit shorter, but we could definitely go in. Technically, if it were real life kind of a thing. Okay. Side skirts. We could do the Technica side skirts on this. Bring that little bit of that body out. Yeah, that'll help. And let's see. What else? Strut bar. Definitely can do one of them. Trunk does not look like we can get anything that way, but we do want to put... Do the Technica spoiler on there, or how's the wider one? Versus the regular. That wide I almost like, though. There's a little bit of a... coloring to it, but I like how wide it is. I'm wondering if that's a no texture. Who knows, right? Hard to say right now. Nothing we can do for lightweight of the windshield. Okay. So I think that's gonna get us pretty much to where we want to be. Now, I mean, I could change seats and stuff, but I thought about it for a second, and I said, no, I don't need to. Nothing there for that. Okay, I think that's good. It's only 52,000 to put into the car. And because we need to... Oh, I think... the rear end. We need something for the rear here, for side skirts or something. They're not side skirts, but, oh man, the name of the thing that I cannot recall the name of. Rear fender flares. There we go. And we'll do the Technica wide body kit thingy too, which it only really does give us a little bit extra, but that's much better looking now. What can we do about the bumper, by the way? We can do a Technica bumper. So that helps it to kind of flow and fit better with everything there, but it's so big at the end. We'll probably do the same to the front though, put the Technica on there. We need to add that in. So we're really spending like 55,000, but 57, 58 maybe. I don't know. I don't really know how to count anymore. But we got our fog lights. There's something. Now, let's see. Front cooling ducts, front cooling diff. I don't know why I said it that way. It's not a differential in the front that's being cooled. Let's see. Final drive is a 428. I think we'll be okay to leave that. We're gonna go ahead and put this at 22.5 pounds. Just give it a little bit of juice there that way. We should be able to set, yes, torque split. There's going to be a 75% there. And then, I mean, yeah, we got to do this too, unfortunately. So that's going to be in the rear. I want them to kind of get a little closer yet. Probably just gonna have to max it out here and hope. It's pretty much it. That's pretty much the deal. Just maxing it out. Just to tuck them in a little bit more. That front though still sticks out even more than the rear does. Let's try giving it a little bit more in the rear. Because I really do want them in line that way. Let's reset it. I think we're pretty much in line there with that width. So they are going to stick out of the side a little bit. It's something I don't enjoy, but what can we do about it? Besides running some no texture fender flares. Now if it were real life and I had a car, and I could print out a big old sheet of vinyl with no texture on it, you betcha. Probably put that on my hood, to be honest. So the car was all the way back here, and we made enough edits that it walked its way halfway up the street. He's down the driveway. My controller's turned off as well. 22 minutes. Whew. But I should be able to. There we go. Oh, those high beams really blind me there. They actually are good. We don't have the New Deal either there. Let's change that transmission as well. Almost forgot about that. Well, I did forget about it. Should just be honest with my wording of things. Jeez. I did forget about it. Take a moment here. There. Oh, yep. There we go. Because that was something I was going to change and then forgot about. So yeah, it's a standard 4-speed automatic. Suppose we can do racing 6-speed manual. We're also going to need to change the shifter, if that's even possible. That's a good question. Put in a manual, and it looks like it does kind of update. I don't see that over there anymore, but that's where the turbo could go in. Definitely makes some interesting noises there. Had to listen to that for a second. Yeah, I mean, could take a look and see what the digital would look like, but I really don't mind that. Yeah. That's not quite as good in my opinion. I really like this. Just to me, it really does good. Except that it says that, well, no, that's RPM, not speed. I'm backwards, because I'm used to RPM being on the left for me. For what I have drove. Anyway. We got that, and an ultralight flywheel, so we should be okay. It's just we don't have the shifter thingy down here to change that I can see. So it's going to be an automatic, but manual, yeah, maybe I can find it in there, but we need to go and have some fun now. I'll take it down to the interstate. I could tell there's going to be a lot of turbo lag just from what I tried earlier. Yeah, good little bit there. It does blast now. And I like that we get a little shift indicator there. Definitely need to up our gear ratios and stuff here. Have to go in and manually adjust those, but the sound of the motor there is beautiful. Does sound pretty good though, and it's not overly loud either. If I don't own it, I will now. Yeah, new logbook entry for service station. I haven't actually been over here in the playthrough yet, apparently. This is 550,000 for 8 slots. I have the money. We have means to get the money. Not too worried. I'm going to be getting plenty more money soon. So let's take a look then at tuning up that transmission. How we go through that. Where is it? Here we go. So first gear is not too bad, but sixth gear is. And I really think we should be 0.75. Fourth should be about our 1.0. We're going to go to an 8.3. And this will probably come down to a, like, I don't know, pretty much a 102, just a hair bit over. We'll kind of lengthen this out a little bit here, so it's going to be maybe a little bit more rough. We're going to have to take this down just a little bit to help kind of get us into a good speed groove that way. Let's just try building a good curve first and then seeing where I'm at and worrying about numbers. So really this should be about like right here, right here, right here. Maybe a little bit up on that. Yeah, there we go. Sixth gear is going to be a little bit long. We're at 7. Let's go 8,500 as well. Might blow it up. We'll find out, right? Yeah, that sounds very nice. I don't think the door is open or anything else. No, no doors, no hood. So most likely there is a non-custom one in here. I know you guys really can't see much, but I actually kind of wondering if it is a custom. The way it looks, it does look like it could be. Yeah, that looks like it's a custom model there. If I am right, I could be wrong because it's really dark and hard for me to see, but let's go ahead. We're going to turn it into nighttime. That first gear's not bad yet, so we're okay. Oh yeah, this thing goes nuts already. And for around 70 miles an hour, I don't think we're doing too bad on RPM. A little bit on the high side, but it is meant to be a little bit quicker, more racy, so. What I actually think I will do is I will see if I can get on over to the unprepped drag surface. We can try that out a little bit. Refreshing sound to hear. There we go, get those fog lights on too. Still splitting the tires a little bit there. Yeah, the cruise control is actually working appropriately here. So it's not bouncing up and down or anything crazy, it's actually working right. Interesting. I mean, it would amaze me if just doing some simple Windows updates somehow fixed it. I wouldn't see how that would have any correlation, but never know. Yeah, we're kind of burning through a good amount of fuel though. Some good churn-in bite there and everything. Front wheels are getting really toasty though with those front brakes. I added a little bit more cooling and we're still a little bit off that way. let her boost back in again. Oh, he's gonna go this way now. Just curious what we got sitting here. Parcel deliveries, yeah, nothing really crazy again. Just kind of curious, kind of spacing out for a second there. Just enjoying this car so much, to be fully honest here. We need to get some fancy color on the car, or maybe leave it white. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't really mind the color it is. I think it's all right. What do we have here? Hang on, I never noticed. The Corvette, yeah. Okay. Okay. It's kind of speaking to me. What do we got to buy? Yes, we're getting this sold thing here still. Ooh, we got a two-door here. With a sloped hatch. I like that a little bit better. Let's go ahead and take an Expendi taxi on over real quick. We'll see what we have here. This could be a little bit of a fun one. Oh yeah, that looks very nice. How's it idle? Like brand new? Oh, there we go. A little bit of wheedle on that. I want to see what we can actually do with just this setup that it is. See what kind of power and everything I can throw with the motor. Maybe make it all-wheel drive. Maybe I'll just make it a front-wheel drive, hard to get anywhere kind of vehicle. Wow, this thing's already got some go here. Get those lights on. Also only in kilometers per hour on the speedometer thingy, so we're gonna have to change that. I think it's got a limited slip, if I had to guess. No, maybe not. Yeah, I see a headlight kind of jiggling around a little bit there. Yeah. One on the left side is really going nuts. Okay. Let's go ahead and just make it like afternoon maybe. No, it's going to be morning, I think. There we go. Okay, let's take a look at what we can do with the Corvette here, though. If it'll let me into there. There we go. So we have the 1.5 dual overhead though. Thinking maybe the SR Tech is pretty awesome though. Let's be honest, I've played with this before. This is very good. The stage 1 performance block to it as well. Black Series SR Tech, why not? Ultra heavy duty engine mounts to make sure. I really wish we had a supercharger to throw on this one though. This turbo is awesome and everything. The supercharger is just instant power. So we're gonna go with the stage 2 for that. Do we want to do a hood exit? Let's do a hood exit. Let's go make this thing fun. Maybe. I don't know. No, let's go for the exhaust. Let's change my mind. I had to listen to that for a few moments and no. Headlight intake pipe. Which headlight though? This is where we can go. Probably get a Technica camshaft put in as well. We have a 5-speed manual. Could do... Oh yeah, there we go. All-wheel drive stuff. All-wheel drive 6-speed manual. It is an open front diff, so it really must not have had a lot of power, just light. 425. We got a viscous all-wheel drive though. Was it already all-wheel drive? I want to leave the standard wheels that we have on it. Kind of give it a little bit of a sleekery-like look. Just a little bit. You kind of notice a few things here and there, but... Go with the racing front disc brakes. And the semi-racing pads. And 175/65 is what it had on it. But we're gonna go up higher than that. We'll go with some 550s here maybe. Or some Sport Cup 2R, I think. I think we'll go with the Sport Plus Cup 2R tires in the front here. They only go to 165 on these. Ooh. So an Ibishu tri-spoke type of deal. We're in a 14 by 5.5. Standard steel. And I mean, there's this 4-slot front wheel, which I don't think, no, it doesn't have a cover. So we're gonna have to go ahead and put on some different wheels, unfortunately. Looks like. Unless I missed it. No, no standard steel in there. Or here. Let's see the Agodas here. Gonna take a look at some of these different ones. Which these don't look too bad, but they really don't fit the era kind of in a way. They don't really fit fully, in my mind at least. Not with this one. What about the Kadiras in chrome? No, no, unfortunately not. No texture. There we go. Kind of like a take on what the car already had. Okay. Leave it in gold as well. And we will change these back to the Sport Plus Cup. Cannot speak apparently. Nothing new, right? 225s in the front. Tire height though is kind of a thing. I think we got 50. We're gonna go down to a 40. There we go. Fiberglass 2.0 head wood? No, that doesn't match up. It would have to be a pre-facelift, it looks like, so that's okay. We won't worry about that then. 225/40, 2Rs, okay. And we'll do nice high performance radiator, should be fine to handle that. Do a Technica rear lip. Technica's got some good stuff though for this, but again, I kind of want to keep it looking bare bones and minimum in a way. So let's go ahead and see what else did I want to. Yeah, we got sport stuff in the front already, so it's not bad there. In the rear, we're all sport as well. And make sure to get those racing disc brakes. Kind of starting to look a little bit goofy with them rims just because they're a little deep. Maybe the gold. They're 14/8. What about 14/7? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. It's being kind of broken, I think, there. Yeah. Strange. It's like it's keeping the hubcap? Is that the case? I don't understand what's happening there. That's okay. We're gonna go to the 14/8 here. And we had for that these guys. There we go. Try and get through this quickly here. And we did our brakes, right? Mostly. Semi-racing rear brakes. There we go. I mean, now we're gonna do some lightweight parts for sure here. Leave the interior. Okay. I bet now this thing is going to be fun too. We should do a performance assessment of this and the other car though. And with tires like that, be a little bit easier to see. I got some width to these tires. We also I didn't do it right. I messed up. Okay, hold on. We need to change that rear tire to match. I completely messed that up. So what do we have on there? Select the sport club. Yeah, we got 225/40. And yeah, we're not there with that either. $225/40. There we go. We're under 1 million credits. That has really helped us kind of survive along for a little while. It is low. I feel like definitely could get lower too. No issues with traction. Okay. Yeah, we'll take it straight on over to the next shop on the other side of the road here. Can't steer while I'm starting up the motor here. Oh no. Can't turn left. That is probably the worst wreck I've had in career mode in a while. .4. Ooh, man, I've really got to go do some light-duty cruising for a while here and get our score taken down and everything. Let's go take this crushed pile of a mess here. Oh my gosh. I mean, I don't care who you are, you're not surviving in this car. To be bluntly honest, yeah, that's crazy. It is fast, though. I think it could be faster, but it is pretty fast as it is stands. I'm gonna take the bite and do this, because I will drop our insurance down and get us some money and everything between episodes. Probably run a bunch of missions. I don't know, though, if you guys would really want to see it or not, because I've done them so many times. And I've done them vanilla. I've done them with my own cars. So I don't know if there's really anything to change that, you know, to make it unique. The AI are not expecting tires to be that slippery or sticky that... .6 ain't bad. That's some pretty good braking, it looks like, too. Tires do pretty good. What do we have? Total time, yeah, 1164 at 125 or 334 horsepower. So, I mean, I want to get more power into that. I want to have it around the 4 to 5, maybe 6 at most. So that's usually a pretty good spot to sit. Stage 2. Exhaust. Ooh, yeah. That would be something that maybe needs to get changed here. We can do an all-in drive custom exhaust. That sounds a little better. Noticing we got the shortened option too, but I don't think that really does change anything too massively here. Looks like that is the exhaust heading off that way, but I thought it headed off this way too. Nope, comes up, over, and around. It kind of goes through some stuff, but we can ignore that that actually has been seen. Commercial garage is nice because you got a large area before anything actually takes it off. We also got to get this headlight intake pipe figured out. I kind of was thinking about doing that, but cone filter. Kind of want to keep this looking like it's nothing too crazy. But then it actually secretly is, you know, that kind of a deal, right? Gotta adjust the microphone there, kind of moved on me. Let's see. Really, other than that, I don't know what else we can do for more power besides a stage 3 turbocharger here. And I mean, maybe what we can also do. Where is engine management? Yes. Let's just do this. I want to see actually what is the difference. So that's what would really make a good one for me to. I think a race one is going to be our bet. We'll fix that. Definitely fix that good. Oh, it does function. Nice. Kind of. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and make this, I don't know, a little over 9. Let me go that far? Let's see. 8,500. Oofty. Then our actual drive gear ratio is a little bit wonky, but I don't have adjustables, so we're gonna just pop this down there. Kind of push these back just a little bit here. And let's go ahead and see what we got. I thought it only said 8,500. That is a little nuts. Just imagining going down the highway with a car like this. Looks pretty okay, you know, not a biggie. We're just cruising. Right down the highway. Oh, that'd be funny. Slow down just enough there. It definitely goes that high, but that doesn't mean that we're making good power. I can feel that. In fact, if you're ever curious and you want to find out, you can. I don't personally, because I like to leave it a surprise. But we are going to do it here. Not that one. Not the engine dynamometer. I do that sometimes. I click that one. It is called Torque Curve, and there's actually this one as well in here, which is black. So we can see we're at 342 horsepower, and pretty much 9,000 is as high as we really want to actually go. We're making the bulk of our power here 7 to 8 is what I would say. Getting our kick at 5,800. Go ahead and pull that. We'll pull the brake thermals off, kind of declutter a little bit. I wonder if I pull up on the left side if it'll work now. No. Something about assessing performance and it seems to break it for free roam. But we can do sports entry. Let's do that. See what it gives us, see what we can do. I want to try this actually this way, but this is also another little street driver crazy thing. Kind of my favorite type of vehicle to build, to be fully honest, so we'll definitely get into some trucks and stuff here very shortly though. Ooh, we got the ETK I series there. Very close, actually. So there's our time slip. The reaction time was not great for me. It never really is, though, to be honest. But we had top speed. Get a little bit of money out of it. Nothing too crazy. Just a couple pennies. Whoa. I don't know if you guys really noticed that. It kind of dropped me as though I was moving, and I kind of moved forward there, and the tires squeak a little bit. Yeah, so a little high on the RPM there, but and it doesn't feel like gearing is right between the front and rear. I almost bet you I didn't get those set either. So let's go take a look real quick before I take off here. Tuning wise, no. Part customization. Front final drive is 425 to 1. I did not get a rear. We're only front wheel drive, even though we have an all wheel drive set up. Am I correct in that? All wheel drive, viscous all wheel drive, yes. Oopsie. That would make a huge difference. So all wheel drive, independent rear suspension. Haha. It should maintain all of our wheels and everything that way. Yeah, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. Limited slip, we got a 410 there. We have to go all the way up to engine here. Yeah, front differential, we're at 425. Let's take that down to 406, actually. I believe that'll be just right. Okay. One more performance assessment for the car before we head off for the day. Night, whatever. Let's see. Ooh. Because it actually should launch now. Seems shifted at about 9 there. Oh yeah. 10.76, much better. That is much better. 345 horsepower still though. But yeah, well, that thing was there for you guys to look at. So my layer character also spawned in with the vehicle here, damaging it. Yay! Guess what? Because that's not supposed to happen. There we go. Like it never even happened. Alright guys, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button. If you want to see more BeamNG content, go ahead and hit subscribe. All the mods are listed down below, as well as my Discord. Otherwise, you can leave a comment down below letting me know what your topics, opinions, ideas, suggestions, anything else that you may think about wanting to put down there. Otherwise, guys, that is it again. Take care. Bye-bye.
Maybe it's hard to understand have to fight for.